The late afternoon sun streamed through the windows of Torres Martial Arts Academy in Austin. Bodies hit the mats with dull thuds, the air filled with grunts and slaps of submission escapes. In the doorway stood Marlee Sinclair, a quiet woman in a grey t-shirt and dark athletic pants, brown hair tied in a simple ponytail. To the casual eye, she looked like a nervous beginner. Vivian Torres, the academy's owner, approached. "Can I help you, ma'am?" "I'm looking to train," Marlee said softly. "I just moved here from Oregon, heard good things." Before Vivian could respond, a booming voice cut across the room. "Hold up, Viv, let me see what we've got here." Coach Brennan Calloway emerged, broad chest, black shirt tight across his frame, American flag patch catching the light. At 42, Bren was infamous. Hard, demanding, merciless. He looked Marlee up and down with a smirk. "Oregon, huh? Yoga? Maybe some cardio kickboxing? And now you think you're ready for the real deal?" Students paused mid-drill to watch. Jasper Mitchell, Kennedy Brooks, even Colton Ridge, Bren's star follower, stopped to listen. Marlee clasped her hands behind her back, calm. "I've done some training." Bren chuckled darkly. "Some training? Sweetheart, this isn't your neighborhood dojo. This is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The gentle art, sure, but there's nothing gentle about how we train." The gym went silent. Bren circled her like a shark. "Best thing for you? Sit and watch. Save yourself the embarrassment." But Marlee's expression didn't change. "I'd prefer to participate." Bren laughed, patronizing. "Participate? Honey, these kids have years on the mats. Even Kennedy over there could tie you in knots." Marlee didn't flinch. "What if I sign a waiver?" That stopped him. Most people ran or puffed up under his intimidation. This one stayed calm. Bren leaned closer, voice dropping. "You want to pro? Where you belong. Last 5 minutes with me. No tapping, no crying, no running, survive, and maybe I'll let you into the beginner class." Colton laughed. 5 minutes? Coach, that's cruel." But Marlee nodded. 5 minutes. Standard rules." The mats cleared. Students circled like it was a coliseum. Even CrossFitters next door wandered in. "You sure about this?" Kennedy whispered as Marlee adjusted her ponytail. Marlee smiled faintly. "Nice to meet you, Ken. I'm Marlee." The match began. Bren launched forward with explosive precision. But something was wrong. Instead of crumbling, Marlee flowed around his attacks. She moved like water, redirecting aggression with effortless balance. "What the?" Colton muttered. Again Bren pressed. Again she neutralized him. He tried grips, transitions, pressure. Every time she shifted just enough to stall him. Calm, controlled, like she was solving puzzles he didn't know existed. 2 minutes. Bren was sweating. 3 minutes. His side control attempt collapsed under her perfect frame. 4 minutes. His breathing grew ragged while Marlee stayed steady, almost serene. 30 seconds! Jasper called. Bren's pride flared. He launched a final desperate assault, and that's when Marlee struck. In a blink, she reversed him. One moment, Bren was on top. The next, he was flat on his back with Marlee in flawless mount. Her weight crushed his escape. The gym fell silent. "Time," Jasper announced. But Marlee didn't gloat. She simply said, "Good roll, solid fundamentals." The humiliation was worse than any celebration. She sounded like a teacher correcting a student. Bren stared up, world shattered. Who are you?" Marlee stood, offered him a hand. "Marlo Sinclair, but my friends call me Marlee." Vivian froze. "Sinclair? Wait, you're the Marlo Sinclair? 3-time national champion, ADCC trials winner?" Gasps rippled through the gym. ADCC, the world's most elite grappling tournament. Marlee wasn't just good, she was world-class. Kennedy's jaw dropped. "You're famous?" Marlee shook her head. "Not really. I just compete sometimes." Jasper laughed in disbelief. "Sometimes? You're one of the best in the country." Bren finally stood, his face flushed with shame. "Why didn't you say anything?" "You didn't ask," Marlee replied calmly. "You assumed." The words hit harder than any submission. Bren had mocked, belittled, and underestimated a champion. All because she was a quiet woman. Marlee continued, her tone even. "I moved here for a fresh start. I don't want fame or pressure. I just want a place to train." The silence in the room was heavy. Bren muttered, "I owe you an apology." Marlee corrected gently. "You assumed because I'm a woman. That's different." The truth cut deeper than any choke. Bren lowered his head. "You're right. Jasper broke the tension with awe. That was the most beautiful jiu-jitsu I've ever seen. You made it look like art. Marley smiled. That's what it is. Not just fighting, movement, problem-solving, respect. Vivian clapped her hands together. Marley, I'd be honored to have you here. Things will change around this academy. Colton, humbled, finally asked, Could you show us those transitions? I've never seen anything like it. Marley's smile widened. The crowd leaned closer. What began as a coach's cruel attempt to mock a newcomer became the most valuable lesson Torres Academy ever learned. Never underestimate the quiet ones. Sometimes the most dangerous opponents are the ones who say the least.